Matthew Rushing is a 20-year veteran of the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater. During his career, he's worn many hats or many shoes, and including dancer, rehearsal director, choreographer, and guest artist. So it's really a pleasure to talk to you this afternoon. We're here because on December
17th,
they're going to do a special tribute to his 20th anniversary with the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater. And I think that's so deserved.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm excited about the evening. The evening came about, the Associate Artistic Director, Masazumi Chaya, told me that he would like to give me an evening. And he had an idea of the ballets that he wanted me to perform. But he said he wanted me to look at the casting and see if I have any interjections and, anything that I want to change. And basically, he was really close to the things that I wanted to be presented that evening. One of the works is Grace by Ronald K. Brown. Another work, two works by Mr. Ailey that really meant a lot to me, and that's a song for you, and the first section from Pas de Deux. These two roles were pivotal for me in my career because I felt like I stepped into very large shoes. This is thank God I was coached by Mr. Dudley Williams in A Song for You, and Ms. Jamison coached me in Pas de Deux. So one of the things when I look back in my career...
I have to say this, I don't think people realize that for Pas de Deux, that was a duet that Alvin Ailey choreographed for Mikhail Baryshnikov and Judith Jamison.
Exactly, which was extremely intimidating once I found out that I was learning it. I was excited, but once again, it was the idea of these huge shoes that I have to fill. And in the coaching process, Ms. Jamison was very clear that she didn't want us to try to copy what was already been done, what has already been done. She really wanted us to bring ourselves to the work. She said that's how Mr. Ailey always choreographed his ballets, whether it be a classical star or a modern star, whoever at that very moment performed the work, he wanted to see you. So I had to go in my mind and ask, well, Matthew, what do you have to offer in this role? In this role with all these pirouettes and jumps and leaps and turns and things like that. And I felt I had to search, and the answer I found was I love to dance. I love to dance Mr. Ailey's work. I love the music. I love the musicality. I love the history behind it. I love the fact that it was the reason why I became a dancer. So that's what I focused on, the dance, not the tricks and the turns. Of course, it was a huge part of it because it was choreographed for Baryshnikov. But like I said, having to go that deep and find out who I was as an artist at that moment really opened my eyes to, I guess, how I would approach anybody's work. Whatever choreographer, because we're a rep company, we deal with many, many choreographers and many, many styles. And it's important for you to be confident, not arrogant, but confident in who you are as an artist, and then still leave room to be open so the choreographer or the director can still mold you throughout your entire career, that you don't become stagnant.
One thing I have to say about watching you, one of the things I was always impressed with was you have a wonderful crystalline technique. I mean, from your generation, you really stood out in the fact of the things that you were able to do. And you did them with such bravura that you were able to capture the audience. But then on the other side of that, you do have a persona. There is a personality that comes out. You're not just a technician. You're an artist. You're somebody who can basically tell a story through your body.
Well, I feel that's the way I was trained. I never saw the two elements being separate. I never felt like you could be a technician, just a technician, and still be a dancer or an artist. I felt like the technique and the interpretation, the communication, the musicality, the phrasing, the dynamics, the texture, were all part of dance. So if you considered yourself a dancer, you had to be well versed in whatever technique it is, whether it be modern or classical or jazz or tap. You had to be a technician as well as a communicator. I don't feel confident in just doing one.